Olavo, meu amigo, hoje temos um passeio pelas encostas do Rhone e com uma variedade de brancos que chama a atenção.
Sim, bastante. Ele foca bastante em brancos. Hoje estamos com o François Villard, via Zoom, mas vamos dar um passeio pelo portfólio dele, dos vinhos novos que chegaram. E ele está justamente encontré.
Que legal, que favorece a coisa dos brancos, os Marsanne, Roussanne.
Exato.
Eu vi inclusive Viognier, que
Sim, perfeito.
Eu acho que eu nunca tomei um Viognier do Rhone, cara.
Não, então hoje vai ser uma bela oportunidade.
Me chamou a atenção.
Vai ser uma bela oportunidade. Inclusive, o contré dele...
É coisa fina.
Coisa fina. Foi o primeiro vinho dele.
O começo que legal.
Dele foi com parcelas de contré.
E ele é o que? Ele é biodinâmico, é orgânico?
Sim, é bio, como manda o figurino.
Que legal, hein?
E ele começou, é uma pessoa relativamente nova. Ele começou, se não me engano, em 92.
Ok.
Ele era, na verdade, um homem mais da gastronomia, se apaixonou,
que legal.
Estudou. E ele sozinho começou, então comprou a primeira parcelinha em Encontré mesmo, uma parcela nunca usada, ele fez as primeiras...
Que bacana!
Plantações das vinhas, e em 94, se não me engano, foi a primeira, as 400 garrafas dele. Então o François Villard é relativamente novo no mundo, mas de uns 10, 5 anos para cá começou a ficar cool. Então eu representava ele na Alemanha. Conheci ele através da esposa do Benoit, do Henri de Villamont.
Olha só, que interessante.
Um dia a gente passeando na Borgonha, a gente foi até lá, conheci ele, me encantei. Era super pequenininho, uma instalação de concreto super pequena. Me apaixonei pelos vinhos.
E ele tem talento, não é só na cozinha.
Não.
Tem vários casos no vinho de gente que veio da cozinha e isso é muito bom, porque o vinho é para harmonizar, né?
Exato, uma coisa com a mão dada com a outra. Então tem vários, como você disse, vários exemplos disso. E eu não sei como é que ele cozinha, nunca comi a comida dele, mas o vinho é excelente.
Precisa marcar um dia, uma visita lá e ele cozinhar.
Vai ser um prazer, com certeza.
Maravilha, obrigado, Olavo.
Obrigado a você, Didu. Perfect, no problem. So, then we are here, my friends is your friends, and it's up to you now. Tell to my friends a little bit about you and your history. Please.
Then my name is François Villard. First, my family was not in one family. I started as a cook, not chef, as cook. But when I was 20, I had passion for the wine, and I did the sommelier training course. It was 35 years ago, and during my training course, I met a winemaker, I visited vineyard, and I decided to become winemaker. And 35 years ago, I used to live at Vienne. Vienne was the beginning of the Rhone Valley, and the northern Rhone was restarting at this time. And so I decided to become winemaker. I bought land, I bought few lands, and I planted my first vine in 19. It's okay. Probably it comes from the bad weather in northern Rhone.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, possibly no it's raining little.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
But no problem. We have time and we have the wine. Then we have all time of the world.
So I was saying I made my first wine in 91, and I produced 400 bottles in 91 with my Condrieu Coteau de Poncin. The name was Coteau de Poncin. Now the name of the cuvée is de Poncin. And I planted my first vine in 89. I planted my first vine in Condrieu in 89. In 90 I planted red Saint-Joseph, 91 white Saint-Joseph, 92 small part of Côte Rôtie, and now I grow a little bit more than 40 hectares in northern Rhone, and we purchase grape too, and we produce between 400 and 500,000 bottles a year. Only in northern Rhone. We produce Côte Rôtie, we produce Condrieu. Côte Rôtie is red wine from Syrah, but we have the right to add them. Sorry for the bad connection.
No problem, François. Please. So you say about the Côte Rôtie that you...
Yes, Côte Rôtie is a red wine from Syrah with a small part of Viognier. I produce Condrieu. Condrieu is a white wine from only one grape, Viognier. I produce red Saint-Joseph from Syrah, white Saint-Joseph from Marsanne and Roussanne, Gros Hermitage, red Gros Hermitage from Syrah, white Gros Hermitage from Marsanne and Roussanne. I produce Saint-Péret from Marsanne and Roussanne, white wine, and Cornas, red wine from Syrah. And I produce also IGP Colline Rhodanienne. IGP Colline Rhodanienne comes from the area around the appellation, the AOP, in northern Rhone. I produce Contour Merlan from Marsanne and Roussanne, and Contour de Poncin from Viognier, and L'Appel des Sorènes from Syrah.
Perfect.
And I said in average we produce between 400 and 500 bottles a year.
Okay.
The growing is traditional. We are getting to the label organic starting this year, 22. With 22, we will produce in organic completely. 2022 is the third year where we grow completely in organic. But we will get the label this year, starting this year.
Perfect. So, anyone question? You do? Always.
But your vinification is always with indigenous yeasts, no?
Yes. We work with natural yeast. We work with natural yeast. About the wine, we ferment all the wine in oak, and we just control temperature during the fermenting.
Okay.
But we work completely with natural yeast.
Fantastic.
But sometimes we need to add
a little help.
Exogenous yeast to finish the fermenting, because with natural yeast, sometimes it's very difficult to finish the sugar.
I understand, especially in the whites, no?
Oh.
Especially in the whites, white wines.
Red and white, we work in a natural yeast, both.
Okay.
Both, but with the red, it's not very difficult to finish the fermenting with the red, because we ferment with a higher temperature.
Okay.
With higher temperature, but with the white, we control completely temperature, so sometimes the fermenting goes very slowly. But it's very important the fermenting goes slowly to keep the freshness and the aroma. But sometimes it goes very, very, very slowly.
Too slow.
So it's very difficult to finish completely the sugar.
François, about the malolactic, you have always malolactic in all the wines?
We do the malolactic. In Northern Rhone, we do the malolactic. The only area where sometimes the winemaker try to block the malolactic is Gros Hermitage.
Okay.
Is a white Gros Hermitage, because Gros Hermitage belong to the soil in Gros Hermitage belong to the Alpes mountain. Because Gros Hermitage come from the left bank of the Rhone River, and with the white Gros Hermitage, there were no granite, and the granite is brings a lot of minerals.
Yeah.
But Gros Hermitage, for me, Gros Hermitage is not very mineral. It's not very mineral. So sometimes at the beginning I decided to block the malolactic, but it's very difficult to block only white wine in my cellar.
Okay.
To block, there are only two solutions: to add lot of sulfur, lot of SO2 to stop the malolactic, but I don't want to use lot of SO2, okay. So I decided to do the malolactic in Gros Hermitage too.
Okay. Fantastic.
Okay, perfect. So other questions?
But the malolactic is very traditional in Northern Rhone.
Yeah.
And in more, I think before the malolactic, the wine will be more varietal, and after the malolactic, the wine will be more mineral.
Okay. Certainly.
Other questions about anything?
Curiosities.
And, ele falou já como que ele começou, falou tudo. Então, and tell me about your oak. You use a little bit, the most of the wine you use only for old oaks, I think.
I use, in average, we buy 10% new barrels here. 10% new barrels here, but in average, I use more new barrels for my white wine to compare my red wine.
Okay.
I don't say I don't use new barrel for my red wine, but I use less new barrel for my red wine.
Okay.
For example, I use with Le Grand Ballon, I use 30% new barrel with Le Grand Ballon. Okay. With Le Grand Ballon, with my White Saint-Joseph Merlot, I use 15% new barrel, but no new with Contour de Merlot, no new with Contour de Poncin. Mm-hmm. Sometimes with Contour de Poncin, I can use new barrel only for the fermenting. But in average, I don't use new barrel for Contour de Poncin. Okay. I don't use any new for Cours de Récré. Okay. I use my new barrel for my Condrieu and for my White Saint-Joseph.
Okay. And when you
in red, I use new oak for my with my Côte Rôtie and with Reflet. With my Red Saint-Joseph Reflet. But in the past, I used a lot of new barrel, but I reduce vintage after vintage. I reduce the percentage of new barrel.
Perfect. And when you use the barrel for fermentation, after years, you keep using this barrel for fermentation, or you use to aging also this barrel? The same barrel that you use for fermentation?
No, we ferment and we age the wine in oak.
Okay.
About the Gros Hermitage, the wine ferment and age mainly in foeder.
Okay.
Food.
In foeder because I was explaining white Gros Hermitage is not very mineral, so we try to keep more fruit. And we ferment and age the wine in a big size. Okay. To keep more fruit.
Perfect.
And the barrels are with medium toast.
Yes. I don't search to get toasty aroma.
Yes. That's perfect.
Fantastic.
Perfect. So, any questions? Not? Lindão.
Tô com saudade.
Yeah.
Eu vou fazer.
So,
Aproveitar todo mundo.
So I think in the moment, no more question. Perhaps come another question during your tasting. And sorry for the first one. Which one do you like to start? I just forgot.
Les Contours de Merlot, 2018.
François, you used to make this sorbage on the barrels when you buy.
When we buy a new barrel, we fill it with water.
Okay.
2-3 days.
Okay.
2-3 days to be sure the barrel is okay.
Okay.
To be sure the barrel is okay, and then we eat, and then we fill again with the juice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Obrigado. Hein?
So the first one.
So, the first one.
Travou de novo.
The first white wine is my IGP Colline Rodanienne, les contours de Bonsin, les contours de Merlan, sorry. Les contours de Merlan, this is a blend with 70% Marsanne and 30% Roussanne. And fermented partly for 40% in fooder and 60% in neutral Burgundy barrel. Okay.
So let's move to Crozemitage.
Crozemitage. So I don't own any vineyard in Crozemitage. I only purchase grape. But I purchase my grape from 3 suppliers in Crozemitage, and the grape come from the south of Crozemitage appellation. The grape come from Mercurol, Beaumont-Monteux, and Curson. And this is a blend. My Crozemitage is a blend with 75% Marsanne, 75% Marsanne, and 25% Roussanne. Natural yeast and malolactic done. And so I explained with the fooder we didn't do bâtonnage, no bâtonnage, and only one racking at the end of July and bottle at the middle of August. Can you repeat?
Is better for you making wine or cook for the people?
No, making wine. No.
No doubt. No doubt.
I keep my fork and my knife.
I never try your food, François, but your wines. So for the third white wine, what do you suggest?
White Saint-Joseph.
White Saint-Joseph.
Yes.
Agora é o Saint-Joseph branco.
So the next one is my white Saint-Joseph called Merlan. Merlan is a blend with 55% Marsanne and 45% Roussanne. And my white Saint-Joseph comes from the north of the Saint-Joseph appellation, because Saint-Joseph is a very long appellation. From the north to the south, there are 50 kilometers.
Obrigado.
So the south is more meridional and the north is more septentrional. And my white Saint-Joseph and my red Saint-Joseph too come from the north of the Saint-Joseph appellation.
Okay.
The fermentations are always separated, no?
It depends the year. Often it's mostly separated, but sometimes I pick. It depends on the vintage. Sometimes I have vineyard where I pick in same times,
okay.
So I press in same time and I ferment together. with a blend, but not completely. Normally I ferment it separately, but it depends on the vineyard. You know, we press
all together.
Whole bunch. Yes, we press. I press always whole bunch.
Okay. Not only the grapes. Not only the grapes. The entire parts. The entire parts.
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
No. So the question is if you press only the fruit, only the grapes, or also the other parts. So the little bit.
Completely. All bunch.
Okay.
All
bunch.
Okay.
And I feel the press by pump. I feel the press by pump to get more extraction of aroma.
Oh, fantastic! More structure.
To get more fruit, to get little tannin.
Yeah.
Little tannin because tannin means freshness.
Yeah. Fantastic. 3 good wines, 3 good different wines, and 3 very nice different nose. Fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
So next one is
Les contours de Poncin.
Vionnet.
Não é incrível? As mesmas uvas, diferentes tempos. Porra, impressionante.
Mesmo produtor, mesmo tudo, né? Curtindo aí, Fabito?
Isso aqui é rico, né?
Les contours de Poncin. Les contours de Poncin come from the edge of Condrieu appellation.
Edge Condrieu appellation.
Yes, from only granitic soil, from only right bank of the Rhone River.
Okay.
It comes from approximately the same soil as Condrieu, but just I planted vineyard just above my vineyard in Condrieu.
Okay, perfect.
Sometimes I planted vineyard on the flat,
Okay.
but from good soil, and but I started to plant this kind of vine starting the beginning of 2000. So in average, my Viognier vineyard are younger to compare my Condrieu, to compare to my Condrieu.
Okay. Oh, very impressive.
Thank you. To explain Condrieu is situated only on terraces above the Rhone River.
Okay.
And we don't have the right to plant the flat above the terraces are not classified. So but we have the right to produce IGP Colin Rhodanian, Colin Rhodanian, but Condrieu is a very restrictive appellation.
Yes, of course.
Possibly too restrictive, but
so we produce
very good IGP.
François, what's the common match with Viognier in the region? The harmonization with the food, what is the common in the region with the Viognier?
The Viognier match very good with tight and sweet texture. So Viognier match with onion soup is good. No, for me, fish, lobster, scallop.
Lobster, bem lembrado.
In France, you can taste a match with foie gras. I don't know if you eat foie gras, but
yes, a lot.
Foie gras taste sweet.
Okay.
Foie gras gives sweet and tight texture. Okay. Lobster, scallop, langoust, I don't know, shrimp.
Okay. And you think
monkfish.
Okay. So Japanese food, I think, is going very well.
Yes. Viognier like very spicy food, not very.
Yes, of
not
course.
Too spicy, but
Okay.
spicy food.
Okay.
Viognier like curry. Asian, Indian food.
Indian food,
it can be
yes.
okay.
Ok.
Não, mas a lagosta ele matou a pau. Tem até retrogosto
Tem
de
retrogosto,
lagosta. Você vê. Não é?
O quê? Vieira, putz, Vieira, hein?
Nós vamos do Cross-Hermitage agora.
Vamos, substitute.
Se você pode fazer um strike aqui, strike não vai vir, lá, quer planejar os vinhos, você tem que...
Ainda bem que eu caminhado
Aqui, ó, bagos inteiros.
If you chose one wine this serve now, 5, why you choose?
Which wine, the question was for all these white wines, which one you would choose to drink now?
Wow, to drink now?
Gostei da resposta, na verdade.
Ele é um
Good
figurado.
question.
It's like to choose which son you like to walk away now. It's very complicated. I understand.
No, to drink now. Contour de Merlot is perfect to drink in aperitif, but I produce a lot of Viognier, but I like my blend Marsanne, Roussanne, so maybe White Saint-Joseph Merlot.
É qual o segundo?
Ele falou o primeiro vinho, o penúltimo, que era o Viognier, mas ele gosta muito da assemblagem Roussanne Maçã, então São José branco.
É.
Eu vou lhe perguntar, porque se o senhor não for beber, eu vou esperar até o julho.
Não, isso aqui está muito impressionante. Pelo amor de Deus.
But the Viognier is, I said when we produce Viognier, we produce wine with a low level of acidity. But we produce wine, we are able to produce wine with high level of minerals. Okay. And I repeat, but the mineral is the best freshness for the wine. So about my Condrieu, possibly with my Contour too, but both are able to edge.
Perfect.
I said no distal, 100% old bunch.
Ok.
Natural yeast, no punch down, just little pump over twice day, but very short pump over twice day. And short cuvaison, around 10 days cuvaison.
Perfect.
And the wine aged mainly in a big octane, in a cuve tronconique, big octane, 50 hectoliters. And the wine aged for 11 months in oak tank. Small part aged 16 months in neutral Burgundy barrel.
Ok.
But we remove the wine from the oak tank just before the harvest because we need the oak tank for the new vintage. And we put the wine in stainless steel. And about my Hermitage, we bottle it in March after 18 months.
18 months.
And in the red ones, you use the entire grapes in the fermentation or no?
Yes, all bunch.
Ok.
100% old bunch.
Yes.
Ousado, né? Valente, né?
Atrevido, né?
Atrevido. Porque você vê que não tem excesso de tanino, o vinho é fresco, elegante, tem austeridade,
Tem um pimentão, pimenta.
And I keep the stems to bring freshness because red Hermitage, the level of the acidity is low with the red Hermitage.
Okay.
So in keeping the stems, we increase the level of mineral, and so the wine tastes more fresh. I want each wine represent its soil. Its soil, the grape, but the soil. So it's very important for me. All my wine tastes very different. My Saint-Joseph tastes Saint-Joseph, my Hermitage tastes Hermitage, my Côte-Rôtie tastes Côte-Rôtie. It's important. I would like to say I produce the best wine, but for me it's very important to produce wine very representative of each appellation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, of course. You are the guardian from the keys of the terroirs.
Yeah.
You must
And the
express on the
knowledge,
terroir.
yeah. It's an amazing experience for us. Thank you very much. Merci.
Thank you.
Salut.
É isso.
So the next one is my red Saint Joseph called Poivre et Sol. Poivre et Sol, 100% Syrah. Poivre et Sol means pepper and soil. Because Syrah from the north, from the granite from the north of Saint Joseph appellation, give peppery aroma. And fruit and spicy, but peppery aroma. But the stems are very important to keep the freshness.
É uma mistura de terra com ratatouille, com
É.
pimenta, assim.
Tem, claro, a picância, né? E esse final, essa austeridade final, que eu acho que é do engaço, é muito fino, cara.
Sim, acredito, sim. É.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Você acha que vai te dar uma pancada, mas ele é no final.
Exatamente,
Acho que ele
exatamente,
Vem
é.
com a calma.
Alors, François, now I will serve the coach.
So the last red wine is my cold rôti called La Brocard from La Brocard Biody. And La Brocard is situated just in north of La Côte Brune in Ampuy, in Côte Rôtie. So the soil is a completely schist soil. And this vintage, actually, La Brocard for me is a very small vintage. I own quarter of an hectare in Côte Rôtie, in this place, in this field.
O que é isso? Olha a finesse, olha, veja a importância do toque do branco.
Sim.
Porra, muda completamente o vinho, cara.
I said I planted this vineyard in 1992, and I planted 80% Syrah and 20% Viognier. But in average, I produce 13% Viognier, but with 2018 vintage, we pick with 18% Viognier. So 82 Syrah, 18 Viognier.
Perfect. It was incredible. The elegance of this wine is undescribable.
Yes.
Crazy.
The soil is completely schist, so the soil makes the difference. The soil makes the difference.
Certainly.
Incredible.
And the wine aged in new barrel, new barrel, 100% new, 100% new barrel for 18 months.
Sorry, very sorry.
Sorry. Please.
No, I said the wine aged in new barrel for 18 months.
18 months. New barrel, 18 months. Incredible. It's very elegant.
Yeah.
François, you have the touch, really.
Yeah.
You have the touch.
What? I didn't.
You have the touch, really.
Touch of Franc.
Yeah, thank you. The best wine I made?
Yeah, in 30 years. I know. It's a very complicated question.
No,
but
possibly.
Always.
I have a very good memory of 1996 in Condrieu.
1996. Oh, beautiful.
Yes, because I finished to pick in December. And it was for me. It was a fantastic vintage for wine, white wine.
Perfect. Beautiful.
You have some bottles yet?
Yes.
You have some bottles yet?
How many bottles do you have? How many bottles do you have in your stock?
A very important question here. Do you have some bottles from 1996? Some bottles
Yes, I have still few bottles in my. If you come in France, we will try it.
This is an invite. It's a promise or it's an invite?
If I come in Brazil, I will bring.
Please. Next week I send you the tickets.
Fantastic, François. Compliments.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for wines, for your
Attention.
kindness, for your knowledge, for your sympathy, of course. Thank you very much,
Thank
François.
And your
Thank
wines.
you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
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 Thank you. Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Muito, sensacional.